Hey guys, my name is Brianna and this is my 20-week pregnancy update. Holy cow, we are halfway there. I need to blast that song. We're halfway there. And excuse my voice, it's still a mess, as is my nose and my head. This cold just will not stop. It's gotten better. And you know, it's Christmas Eve, which is so exciting. So it's kind of cool to be halfway on a holiday, just because I feel like now I'll remember always, I was halfway through my pregnancy with this little girl on Christmas Eve. So kind of cool. This will be one of my 12 days of vlogmas videos on my channel. So if you're a new subscriber, welcome, thanks for watching. I do a lot of mommy videos, including pregnancy updates every single week since I'm pregnant with my second baby. She's due in May. And a lot of lifestyle videos. We have a new home that I'm in the middle of decorating, and I'm a working mama, so I try to incorporate lots of videos that just matter to me and my lifestyle, that I would want to be watching those kind of videos, and shopping hauls because I do like to shop. Anyways, let's dive into the regular set of questions I do every single week, and it's just crazy to think that I only will have perhaps 20 more of these or less depending on when she makes her arrival. Okay, how far along are you? 20 weeks, halfway there. That means she's the size of a banana, but it's really more like the length of a banana at this point. But still, that's pretty substantial how big she is in there. And this is still then the second trimester, and I believe we're into we're still in the 4.5, maybe almost 5 month range. Maybe this is the first week of 5 months. Total weight gain. This cold has definitely put a dent into my weight gain. I was 133 pounds when I stepped on the scale this morning. I started at 122, so that means I'm 11 pounds above what I was when I started. Maternity clothes, yes. This is actually a new maternity blouse I just picked up when I was doing some Christmas shopping for another cousin who happens to be pregnant, who I picked in a gift exchange, and I saw this blouse and I was like, ooh, I need to get it. It's like a Jessica Simpson one. I thought it was really, really pretty and would last me through winter. I thought it was a pretty color for Valentine's Day, but since I'm having her in May, I thought it was really pretty for spring too. And I got a new pair of maternity jeans that I'm wearing too. You'll see them in the ballet shot. How are you sleeping? Not enough, as usual. Best moment this week. So we actually took my son to see Santa Claus, and that's just always so much fun as a parent to make those memories. My husband and I did it together. He actually was supposed to have been working, and he was working on his laptop the entire time, but they allowed them to work from home and not have to go into the office. So he brought his laptop with him, and for the 2 hours while Landon and I stood in line, he sat on a bench next to the line working on his laptop, and then popped in as we were about to go see Santa. And they had this snow blowing machine that my son was obsessed with. He enjoyed that way more than Santa. Last year he was so happy to see Santa. This year he was my mom said to hug you, so I guess I will. And kind of got a little more nervous this year about it. Missing anything? I feel like anytime around the holidays, it just would be nice to have a glass of wine or champagne or some adult beverage to celebrate, but not the end of the world. And as far as my cheese cravings have gone, I've made sure I've bought a ton of cheese for a cheese platter I'm making for Christmas Eve that is pasteurized. So it's all cheese that I can have. Movement, oh my gosh. So at night, she's really getting active, and it's just so fun when I'm laying there in bed or laying editing videos for you guys. I feel her. So it's really neat. I know the nurse practitioner that I saw this week, because my doctor wasn't available, actually said to me yeah, don't be worried if you're not feeling her because of where your placenta is. And I was I've been feeling her for weeks. I don't think it's a problem for me. I think it will be a lot harder for Adam to feel her or other people to feel her, since my placenta's right on the front, where my belly button is, but I'm feeling her fine, so I'm not worried. Food cravings, still pomegranates. I got a huge container of the plum already kind of peeled out pomegranate seeds because they're so good. Also cheese. I'm so happy I'm making a cheese platter. Like I can't wait to eat it. It just sounds so good. Chicken wings, which is why I had a dozen for lunch today. They're so good, the boneless chicken wings. I get those like Tyson Anytizers because they're really easy to just like throw in the oven and make. And then I also just feel like because I was sick, I definitely was just trying to have a ton of lemon and honey in my tea. But what that has made me want is really ice cold lemon water or different kinds of water that are infused with like different fruit flavors. So I have some like lemons and limes and cranberries that I've been making some like flavor infused water. Anything making you queasy or sick? Not in particular, like still gross smells are obviously disgusting. I did open up my husband's trunk like within the last week when I borrowed his car, because when we're in the middle of like moving or having sometimes like people come into the house to work on things, we just have to use each other's car, depending like who's pulling into the driveway last. I opened his trunk and it smelled so vile. I got a bunch of stuff for his stockings. That's all for his car to smell better. Okay, here is the 20-week halfway there belly shots. Labor signs, no labor signs. Wedding rings on or off, they're still on. I always do that every time. Belly button in or out. It started popping this week. It's not like horrible, but it's definitely more popped out. It was a full innie before and now it's starting to protrude. This is from the front, from the side. And here's what the belly looks like after having a dozen chicken wings for lunch. That's the belly from the side, their side. And I feel like she's mostly over here. I feel like when I look, that's where I see her. She's really right there. Happy or moody most of the time. This week, actually, I would say because my cold was the first week, I feel like I got pretty moody. And I just think with like the holidays and like family and you're trying to coordinate so many things, I will say this is the first week where I feel like, oh my gosh, there's just so much going on. And because of my cold, I'm such a planner. So a lot of the things I'd planned to do over the last weekend, I just couldn't do. So I think it just like threw me off and made me like extra wound up and moody this week. Sorry, friends and family. Really not like my family. Symptoms. I'm really thirsty all of the time. I did go to the doctor this week and heard her heartbeat, and they actually told me my blood pressure was super low. She's like, are you doing prenatal yoga? And I'm like, I wish I was. I'm just stressed out all the time. Her heartbeat was really good. It was 140 beats per minute, which they told me was perfect. I done some blood work the last time, which included like the quad screening, and they told me that came back negative. Everything in my blood work looked perfect. So that's always really reassuring to know that like, okay, everything's good. They did tell me though in my next appointment, which is gonna be, I think it's either 24 or 25 weeks, they said I will do the glucose screening then right before I come in. So I have to do that. That's coming up, which I remember from last time. Thankfully last time everything was good, so hoping for the same result this time. Heartburn is still horrible. I really have appreciated though all your recommendations. I'm still doing Tums. I got like the chewy, forget if the brand's Rolade or Xantex, but I found like the chewy ones finally at a different store. And those help for like in the moment, so it's like fine. But yeah, the heartburn is still really, really bad. And I just think this cold is just throwing me for a complete loop of making me feel really tired, really down. I don't feel like I'm having that second trimester burst of energy. Definitely having the nesting side of things though, which I feel like I'd be having anyways because we moved, but maybe it's just extra intense that I'm like, I want to get everything clean and perfect and where I want it and all of those kinds of things. What are you looking forward to? That Christmas is tomorrow. I'm like so excited. I cannot wait to see Landon open his presents and do like the whole Santa thing, and honestly just spend time with families and have this be like the first time I'm hosting people over my house. I think it's going to be really exciting. That's why I've always felt like family is the #1 most important thing to me. especially like growing my own family. I think even though I've had really high career aspirations my whole life, I feel like I always knew I wanted to be a mom. From like the time I was a little girl, I wanted to be a mom. I saw, you know, my sister and I are 6 years apart, so I saw like my mom having her, and I feel like my mom and my grandma have been such good role models of awesome moms that I just wanted to be like that too. So the fact that she's coming and going to be here in 20 weeks, we're halfway there, we get to celebrate Christmas in this new home with our family, that just means so much to me. Like it really is like a dream come true, and everything when I was a little girl that I wanted. And I'm making like the same exact brunch my mom always made when we were kids growing up, so it's cool to like take on that tradition and do this in our own home with Adam and Landon and baby girl in the belly. It's really exciting. There you have it. That is the halfway 20-week pregnancy update for my second baby, this little girl who still is without a name. I feel a lot of mom guilt around that. I like want to be able to give her a name already and start talking to her and calling her it, but it'll come. I know it will. I know we'll make a decision. And my mom finished wallpapering the nursery, so I ordered her bed skirt and a sheet, and I'm trying to like figure out some of the other pieces that I want to get for the room. I still have to find like a glider for it too, but we're getting closer to a nursery tour, so I can't wait to get everything all set up for her. I'm sure I might do some shopping for it because I'm off between Christmas through the New Year. So both Adam and I have off, and I think are going to be working on a lot of stuff for the house. So I might be picking up some items for her nursery too. Okay, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.